Hey, it's your friend Sanchino Plays here, and a little bit later than I had intended, but I had family plans today, so I'm getting to the reaction to the new Heroes banner a little bit later than I had wanted to. But as we could see from the thumbnail on the video, it seems that Nipple is going to be added to the game. Probably not on her own because it is way too early in the month for a Mythic hero banner. So definitely should be interesting to see who it is that we're going to be seeing added to the game right now. So without further ado, I guess let's just get into the video. I think oh, so it's a FATES banner. Charlotte? Oh, I don't like this art at all. What the heck? Okay, Axe Infantry unit. Already seeing some new skills being added here. Swift Sparrow, Times Pulse, and Glimmer. Nothing really new here. Her weapon, she has a preferred axe with Fair Fury Axe. Accelerates special trigger. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, deals damage equal to 15% of the unit's attack and grants attack and speed +6 to the unit during combat. Okay, so I'm guessing she's going to be a very high attack unit, and very fast too. Frenzy, that's a new skill. If unit speed is higher than the foe's speed, it's... Okay, so it's one of those damage reduction, speed-based damage reduction specials, but the added effect for this one is that if the unit's HP is less than 50% and the unit initiates combat, unit can make a follow-up attack before the foe can counterattack. So what this is telling me is that this is a damage reduction special with desperation built into it. So definitely interesting. I think this is one of the first, no, this might be the second damage reduction special that is more player phase oriented. I think Repel could be considered a player phase oriented damage reduction skill. So definitely interesting to see some more variety being added into that type of skill. Like I said before, Charlotte's an Axe Infantry unit. I absolutely hate this art, but that's just my opinion. If you like Charlotte as a unit, oh, we got Nyx. If you like Charlotte as a unit, definitely go for her. Nyx is another one of those units where if you like her, go for her. I personally don't care for her much as a character, but let's see what she brings. Luna and Null follow-up as returning skills. Speed Rest Solo 4 as a new skill. Not entirely sure how I would use that as an A skill. I personally prefer having it as a seal. But her weapon is Ginungagap, which I believe as a tome was exclusive to Iago in the Fates games. I'm not entirely sure, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about that, but Ginungagap grants speed +3, and at the start of combat, if the unit's HP is above 25%, it'll grant attack speed +6, and if unit initiates combat or the foe initiates combat and uses magic or stabs, reduces damage from the foe's first attack by 40% and boosts unit's next attack by total damage reduced. Oh, okay, so this is kind of like a similar effect to Fjorm's Ice Mirror and Legendary Corrin's Negating Fang, where it reduces damage by a certain amount, but then adds the reduced damage to their, like, the unit's next attack. I don't know if I'm saying this in a way that makes sense, but it seems that this is only, so this is if the unit initiates combat or if a magic or staff foe initiates combat on her. So pretty situational. I think it'd be very interesting to see how this plays into a lot of the modes in the game. I'm wondering if she's going to have high res. She could definitely be a massive mage and staff tank for Aether raids if you give her null counter disrupt. Null Follow-Up is definitely also a very good choice with Light Season because Bramimond. Null Follow-Up is a very big counter to Bramimond as well. Our demote is going to be Orochi. She's going to be an infantry green mage, whereas Nyx is an infantry red mage. So our second demoted green mage in a row. Following a bit of a pattern here, we had like 3 demoted red mages in some of our most recent banners. Now we're going with the green mages. Orochi only has really a new skill in her preferred weapon. She has drawback, mirror strike, and attack res link 3, all of which I don't think are super impressive skills in their own right. I don't know, I just feel like she could have gotten a bit more of an interesting kit, but as a demote unit, what can you do? But she does have an interesting preferred weapon in Tiger Spirit. It grants 3 res, and at the start of combat, if the unit's HP is above 25%, it grants attack res plus 6 to the unit during combat. And after combat, if the unit did attack, it inflicts panic on target and foes within 2 spaces of the target. So basically it has a sort of a mirror strike effect plus panic smoke, which is a pretty interesting weapon. I'm not gonna deny that, but I'm not sure if I would personally use Orochi's weapon as much. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm making much sense. But yeah, definitely an interesting, a bit of a niche unit. I know that there are people who have been waiting for the likes of Orochi, Charlotte, and Nyx to be added to the game. I personally don't really, I'm pretty ambivalent to these 3 characters. I guess I'd have to see their stat lines to know whether or not I would personally summon for them. But yeah, we have our 3 to 4 star demote in Orochi, which is definitely going to be an interesting choice. And then yet another new hero joins the battle, and I'm guessing this is going to be Nipple. So interesting that we just got Note as a mythic unit, and then we're already getting another mythic unit added to the game. And I'm sorry, wait a minute. Roll that back. I didn't see the mythic type icons. You mean to tell me that the god of ice, Nipple, is not a mythic unit? We're just getting a dragon cavalry unit thrown into the normal summoning pool? You gotta be kidding me. This can't be right. Okay. I don't like that. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not gonna go into too much detail because Datamines had already shown what Frostbite Breath does. It has a flash effect, kind of like the Flash Staff, so I think that's cool. But she does bring up a few new skills: Rally Defense Res and attack and low attack speed, skills that the former we had already seen. The latter we had already seen on her in the Tempest Trials. The former is new. She didn't have a rally skill. ARD attack speed 4. If you've seen ARD attack speed, then just assume that it's more stats on top of the effects that it already had. Domain of Ice is an interesting skill here though. Grants speed res plus 4, and the effect reduces damage from foes' first attack by 30% to allies within 2 spaces during combat. Okay, so this one... Okay, and if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants speed res plus 4 to unit and reduces damage from foes' first attack by 30% during combat. This unit was made for Aether Raids. Why is she not a mythic unit? It's like Ashera with Null Panic. It spreads a condition to everyone. Byleth with adding Null Follow-Up to all of his allies for Arena. You're telling me that this isn't... Okay. Just calm down, Sanchino. Okay, so... I guess it's an interesting concept. Though we already know that damage reduction doesn't stack in the ways that we think it would, it's multiplicative, not additive. Flame has more constant damage reduction as a non-mythic unit, so, you know. Cavalry units, it'd be interesting to see how we could fit a cavalry unit onto an Aether Raid's defense team, especially when we've already seen the likes of Kemp and Elliewood. Granted, being a blue unit is very useful, so I think she could fill a similar role. But this is interesting. I think I'm definitely gonna spark for Nipple. We don't know enough about Nipple as a character, but as someone who was a huge fan of Fates, I personally am very ambivalent towards Charlotte, Nyx, and Orochi. So if I need to spark for someone, I'm definitely sparking for Nipple. No questions asked. Still hate Charlotte's art. Nyx looks cool. Orochi does too. But wait a minute. Is that Benny? Wait, we didn't see Aret? I mean, Aret's a villain in Fire Emblem Fates, so I'm guessing that she's going to be a Grand Hero battle. But we don't normally get Tempest Trials for like normal hero banners anymore. So I'm wondering what the situation is there. Oh, Benny's just being added to the normal summoning pool. Similar to how Valbar, Tanya, those characters were added. In addition to a free focus hero. Oh, wait a minute, that's the whole Celestial Stone thing. Yeah, I thought there was gonna be more to it. Okay. So I guess my thoughts on the banner. Personally, I'm definitely going to be sparking for Nipple. No questions asked. I think that she'd be a very interesting unit to use in Aether Raids, even though she is not a mythic unit herself. I think that might actually end up being a boon for her now that I think about it, because that means you could actually bless her instead of having her being stuck to a specific season all the time. Charlotte, I don't like the art at all, so if I ever summon one, it's definitely fodder. For her, Nyx and Orochi, if I get copies, I might try to see what I could do about them. But with both of them having fodder that I don't think I need at the moment, definitely not Orochi. Nyx has no follow-up, so maybe I could make some use out of that if I don't decide to use Nyx herself. But yeah, honestly, I think that this is going to be a very interesting banner. Benny's being added, just another character that I'm like ambivalent towards, but interesting to see him added just into the summoning pool as is. But yeah, honestly, let me know what you guys think about this trailer, the units that are being added. Let me know your opinions. My final verdict is that I'm definitely sparking for Nipple, but I'm not entirely sure, at least until we get stats, if I'm going to try to, you know, make a merge project out of Orochi or summon for Nyx, things like that. But definitely I want a copy of Nipple or two to see what I can do with her. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. This has been Sanchino Plays, reacting to the new Fates ? Banner. And yeah, let me know what you think, and happy summoning.